Hey everyone, welcome to RevTrevNFL. That's my name on my channel. I'm on X, I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and something else. Hope you're having a great day. I don't know about you, but as a Packers fan, I am absolutely sad. This is such a weird day, and if you watch, obviously you're watching tons of Packers content right now because this has been the wildest free agency day one since what, Julius Peppers? Did we even sign him in day one? I think we did. It's been a while. It's been a minute, as the young people say, right? And this is the crazy thing about this. Everyone is like, it's been so, like, everyone's been saying it's been such an emotionally up and down day for Packers fans. And today, we're not going to dive into all of free agency. We're going to dive into the biggest pieces to it, right? Why Jacobs over Jones? Why did they ended up doing that, right? Like, why did this happen? How come they wanted to go there? This is the big question we're answering today. Oh, by the way, I'm on TikTok as well. So you can see the ones that I'm on there. So yeah, to me, I'm baffled. I'm honestly, like, it blows my mind to think that this happened today. And people had asked me, do you think you're going to lose Aaron Jones? I'm like, absolutely not. There's no way. Why would the Green Bay Packers ever release him? Honestly, think about it for a moment. Why would we let go of one of our most dynamic, if not the most dynamic person on the field, okay? And here we are. I am so blown away that we actually did this. Now, I get it from a dollars and cents numbers. I understand contract, but this is the part of sports I so dislike. I actually hate the side of the business side of sports. Now, I like the contracts and salary cap and how it all works and all that kind of stuff for most sports. But when it comes to the Packers and the NFL, and I just have a hard time with it. And it's not because I don't believe that they deserve the money. Okay, everyone, I do believe, like, it's either the owners or the players that are getting the money. So I'm okay that players get paid. But for running backs, they're like dime a dozen. And this is what kind of bothers me. And it's like, once they get to that age 30, they're done. How many guys are just like, we're done, we just cut? Like, doesn't matter where you're getting paid. They all have the paid upfront kind of things. And I've heard stats before that said that the average running back in the NFL plays 3 seasons. 3. So there's people like Aaron Jones and CMC and some of these guys who make huge dollars, but most of them have played football their whole life, living the dream, getting into the NFL, get drafted, and 3 years are done. And they're like, now what am I going to do with my life? And they didn't get the big paydays. So today I want to talk about why Jones got released, why Jacobs got signed, And yeah, just kind of maybe this is more therapeutic for you, for me, just to kind of talk about it. This has been difficult, hasn't it, everyone? It's been so difficult to watch. It's been so frustrating. So I know you want to get into the why, and we're going to get into the why right now. I just want to just quickly remind everyone, if you haven't followed me, RevTrevNFL on X, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, please take a moment to do that. Just hit the like button right now. Hit that subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Trying to grow the channel. I do great Packers content that is passionate, realistic. Okay, let's get into it. So why did they release Aaron Jones? The hardest part about it is he's a heart and soul guy, and that's what LaFleur said about this team. That's what Gutekunst said about this team. This is the heart and soul dude. Everyone, why would you get rid of a dynamic, explosive, heart and soul kind of guy? Incredible teammate. Like, character-wise, this is the kind of guy you're looking for to be on your team. He doesn't cause problems. He's a blessing. He produces on the field, right? Why in the world would you release a guy like it? Fan favorite. Man, you know how many Packers fans are totally ticked off right now? Just got to have some H2O. You always got to stay hydrated when you stream. So, like, there's a lot of us that are like, I'm blown away. I'm sad. Not only did we lose Aaron Jones, we lost David Bakhtiari as well. Like, these are staples. So in the last 2 years, we've lost Rodgers, we've lost Bakhtiari. I'm having a hard time saying his name tonight. I don't know why. And Aaron Jones. Like, wow. Think about those three guys that we just lost. Now, the good news is the future's bright in Green Bay. It absolutely is bright. It is incredible. It is fantastic. There is so much good going on in our team. And there was a lot of good things that happened during free agency today as well. Okay. Like, I just heard today that they're talking about re-signing Keyshawn Nixon. Are you kidding me right now? I thought he was done for. So I'm hoping he comes back as well. But why did they release Aaron Jones? And I think it comes down to a few things. One is definitely they couldn't get the contract down. It was going to end up costing him $17 million. He's 29 years old. Okay. At the end, that's got to be the reason why, right? It's not because he's not a great teammate. It's not because he hasn't produced. He is fantastic. And in fact, Andy, my friend Andy's on, and he said, let's go. Packers got rid of their best offensive weapon. As a Bears fan, of course, he's going to be happy about that, right? But here's the thing. It's still wild that they let him go. It's still wild. Don't you think? Post in the comments if you're sad about this, or maybe you're happy, you're okay with it. I don't know. I'm sad about this. I honestly am. There's part of me like, I'm not as excited about next year because of this. You know, this guy was he was the best player on the field against Dallas in the playoffs, and he arguably was the best player on the field for the San Francisco playoff game as well. When he came back, he dominated. That first game against Chicago, 38-20, Aaron Jones was the best player on the field. So it sucks that we lose him. It just does suck that we lose him, guys and girls, whoever's watching tonight, tomorrow, whenever you're watching this. It just hurts, right? But it has to come down to age, has to come down to contract, all that kind of stuff. And I get it. I understand the business side. And then why did they sign Josh Jacobs? Well, they were getting rid of Aaron Jones, so they needed somebody to play a significant role. And here's the thing. Josh Jacobs is a bell cow running back, and he's younger. He's younger, everyone. He's 26. In fact, he's not just 26. He turned 26 on February 11th. Aaron Jones turns 30 on December 2nd. So we're talking, once you hit 30, you know what I mean? Who knows how much longer you're playing. They have guaranteed, I don't know what all the contract numbers are. If you know the contract numbers for Josh Jacobs, Post it in the chat, please, because I heard 4 years, 48 million, but I heard that's a hoax. But I don't know. You tell me. Tell me. Josh Jacobs is a very, very, very good running back. In fact, I want to show you some numbers here. This is one of the reasons why they didn't. Oh, I got to take this down first, and then I can show it to you properly. Now it's going to be hard to see my face, so I'm going to have to sit up a little higher or something here. This is 3-year comps, okay? Aaron Jones, and I got to turn this other one off so you can see it as well. Banners down. Okay, let's look at this. So when I think about these two players, I think Josh Jacobs is injury prone, and Aaron Jones has had some injuries. Look at the last 3 years, everyone. We're talking the same amount of games. I wanted to highlight this right here. So Aaron Jones missed a significant number of games this year. In fact, I feel like he was actually only a part of 10, but they have it that he has 11. 13 games. Josh Jacobs missed at least 4 games. So it's not like these guys are the bill of health, right? Look at the stats from this year, okay? 142 rushing attempts, 656 rush yards, 30 receptions, 33 receiving yards, and only three total touchdowns in the regular season. But in 13 games, Josh Jacobs, look at the amount they rush him, guys. This is why you call him a bell cow running back, because if you look at 2022, he had 340 attempts. Like, this guy he's amazing when it comes to running the ball, okay? 805 yards last year, 37 receptions, just under 300, and 6 total touchdowns. I want to show you an interesting fact about Josh Jacobs. All the touchdowns that you see there, not one of them is a receiving touchdown. They're all rushing touchdowns. So he's a bell cow, and if he can stay healthy, because 2022 is the year of Josh Jacobs. If you had him in fantasy, I won fantasy leagues because I had Josh Jacobs. I traded for Josh Jacobs in 2022, won a championship. Look at these numbers. 1,653, 53 receptions, 400 yards catching, 12 touchdowns. All rushing. This guy is unbelievable. You got to think about when it comes to Josh Jacobs for a moment, everyone. And let me just take this down just to explain this. The amount of quarterbacks he's had and the amount of coaches he's had has been crazy since he's been in Vegas. This guy with Matt LaFleur with a good O-line, I'm telling you right now, he's got potential to kill it. Like, just slay these numbers. I think 2022 numbers possible. In my opinion, it's a better O-line. It's a better coach. It's a better quarterback. It's a better, I would even say better wide receiver core. And that's no disrespect to Devontae. I just think we're loaded at wide receiver. We have better tight ends. He's potentially, if you're in fantasy football, you need to seriously consider Josh Jacobs for next year. I'm telling you that right now. Now, are they going to run him 340 times? I don't think so. But I could see them running him 300. 300, yeah. So let's look at 2021. They both only played 15 games. This is actually a good comparison. So they're similar, right? Green Bay didn't run Aaron Jones as much in 2021. They're about 70 yards difference. Receptions are the same. Like, maybe this, like, we're getting similar player here, everyone, for way less money. And that's what it comes down to. And 3.5 years difference in age. 3.5 years difference in age, everyone. I think that's just why. That's what you came to the video and said, why? There's 264 people in this stream right now. Somebody hit a like button, please. But if you want to know why we did this is because of those stats right there, and it's because of age, and it's because of cost. All those things made it that the Packers had to do this. And Andy's saying the same thing. Josh Jacobs will be a good target in fantasy, though now he's a bell cow. And I'm preaching it. I'm preaching to the choir. I'm preaching to the rivals. That's how it goes. Yeah, I don't get it either, but I understand it's business. Josh Jacobs. By the way, Patrice, good to see you. Josh Jacobs, he's also a good running back, and so happy that they have a safety in Xavier McKinney. Yeah, Aaron Jones will be missed. He's going to be missed. He's a fan favorite, everyone. He's a fan favorite. This guy is lights out good. But guess what? We just picked up a running back that's fantastic as well. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad. And so Papa Stones comes in and he said, all I've seen is 4 years, 48, 12 guaranteed. I mean, if that's what the numbers are, okay, it's not so bad because it was going to be 17 million for Aaron Jones. If it's 12, 12 guaranteed, I don't know what the numbers look like. Was watching Pack Daddy on Twitter, and he said that it's really a 1-year deal right now. The other 3 don't matter. But this guys, I just think it's such a better deal for our organization. It's just hard to watch. So if you knew that we were going to release Aaron Jones and it was just like kind of that, like that's the other thing. It came out of left field for most of us. We just sit there and go, who would you want? You want King Henry, who's 30. You want Eckler, who's 29. I mean, right? Those are all the numbers there. Those are all the numbers that are sitting there. And it's like, I don't know if I want that, right? Saquon Barkley would have been okay. He was 27, but what is he making? $13, $14 million a year. Pollard's 26. He's no good. Did you want, DeAndre Swift, Gus the Bus Edwards, Zeke Elliott? I mean, like that. So if we were going to let him go, don't you think, man, one of the guys I would want the Green Bay Packers to target would be Josh Jacobs, because Josh Jacobs is 26 years old and he's put up monster numbers and he's a bell cow running back. I also think another reason why they went with him and they released Aaron Jones is because this guy named Emmanuel Wilson, and they believe in this kid. And he was great in the preseason. He was electric, got hurt in the season, and came back and he was okay. I'm just worried that he's just going to be another running back. I don't know how you guys feel about Emmanuel Wilson. Put it in the comments how you feel about him. But man, he is. I think they think the future's bright with him, and I think that's one of the reasons. So they can go with a bell cow running back with Josh Jacobs as long as he doesn't get hurt. Then they can have Wilson kind of being developed as it goes. Or do you think the Green Bay Packers draft a running back? I think that's on the table now. It's on the table now, everyone. I'm interested to know. I am interested to know what they're going to do. Now, I do want to go into one last thing. Or maybe I don't want to get to, if you have any comments, questions, throw them in the chat. But I want to do this one here. And it's like, so we talked about why did they release Aaron Jones? Why did they sign Josh Jacobs? But the question is this: why not A.J. Dillon? Right? Like, why not A.J. Dillon? And that's a good question, because 2 years ago he had 7 touchdowns. Last year he had injuries. Everyone wants A.J. Dillon to pan out. He's a beast. He's a monster. Why? I mean, but he wasn't productive last year. And it's like, we're just cutting ties. And it's like, we're wrong. We're done. And I'm like, really? Like, and it's not over yet. It's not official, but it's close. Like, looks like they're moving on. And I'll show you why. I'll show you. All right, I got to take down. Excuse me. I got some more water. Okay. I want to show you this. Excuse me. So he is 25 years old, 6 foot, quad father, 247 pounds. At least 200 of those are in his legs and his quads. He was a second-round pick. His current contract was only $1.3 million, but he's asking for a pay raise. And the calculated market value was $3.5 million. I think he's going to get more than that. But look at these numbers, everyone. Last year had 178 attempts, only 3.4 yards per carry, 2 touchdowns, 613 yards, okay? But the year before, it was 774.1, 7 touchdowns. Year before that, 800. Very, very similar numbers, right? Look at these numbers. He's a 4.3 guy, 5. But last year, maybe they know something about the injury that I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think about this? Because should we keep A.J. Dillon? I mean, personally, as a fan, it just hurts to lose A.J. Dillon, Aaron Jones, all in the same year. It just hurts. This has been our core for the last 4 years of these two guys together. I don't understand it, right? I just don't understand it. Why isn't this happening? What's going on? But I get it. It's business and you got to move on. You're like, I just don't believe in the guy. It's like, okay, really? You don't believe in AJ Dillon, the quad father? Like, I mean, you guys see, they see him every day in practice, right? So that's kind of where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it. I would love to see A.J. Dillon back personally, but I think they're going Emmanuel Wilson and they're going bell cow Josh Jacobs. I would love to know what you think about it. And if you're watching this video later, post in the comments. Like, honestly, post in the comments, because this is wild. This is wild stuff that's happened today, everyone. Like, now, I want to talk about one last thing. Is this. The Packers team needs, okay? And this is whether it's free agency or draft, but this is important stuff. And I think it's changed because of today. Now, I would have said the Packer team needs are safety, cornerback, O-line, and middle linebacker. Because some people are really upset we didn't bring Campbell back. Can we look, if you look at the numbers, in that first year we had him and he went to the Pro Bowl, that was insane. But he hasn't done that since. In fact, I've seen games where I'm like, where are you going, bro? Like he tracked some guys down, tackle, but he didn't make many differences. Now, there was one play this year, I believe. Was it this year? Where was it against the Saints? He jumped up and he hit it with his hand, knocked the ball down. Game was over. That was it. I think it was a Saints game. I can't remember. No, it wasn't the Saints game because we kicked the field goal to win and the game was over, right? Isn't that what happened? I just feel like DeAndre Campbell. Is it DeAndre? Devon Campbell? I can't remember now. Why am I blanking tonight on the names? I think it's not a big deal. I think that we can replace him either in the draft or in free agency, and we'll be very happy with that. I think it's going to be draft. But safety, like our friend said here, right? Xavier McKinney is a Green Bay Packer. That is massive. That is massive. Everybody wants an Xavier McKinney on their team. 24 years old. We desperately, and I'm talking desperately, needed a safety. I was so worried that we never signed free agents, and we went and did this huge splash. This huge splash, everyone. Are you kidding me? We got the big fish when it came to safeties that everybody else wanted, and he's like, I want to go to Green Bay. We lost to the Giants this year. We lost to the Giants, and he's like, I want to go to Green Bay. I'm in shock. I'm pumped. Now, we had to pay a lot of money, and I get it. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of cash. But I don't care. It's not my money. And in Groot we trust. I understand he's going to get the contracts to the place where it needs to be. And he's anticipating this kid, 24 years old, signs him for all those years, and you're going to get potentially prime McKinney for those years. Like, you don't have to worry about that position anymore. And I know that he didn't have a full year of stellarness, but the end of it, like, he is in the conversation for the best safety in the league, and he's so young. He's so young, everyone. I love it that we got him. But here's the thing about cornerback. Even though I think we need a cornerback, I don't think I think we're gonna draft one. I don't think we're going to get one on free agency, but who knows? After today, I have no idea what's going to happen. Valentine and Ballantyne, those guys have played lights out. We still have Jair Alexander. So do we need another one? I mean, we got rid of Douglas for a third-round pick because these young guys are legit. They're the real deal. They're the cat's meow. Okay? They're the cat's meow, everyone. They are unbelievably good. Unbelievably good. So, and then O-line, I mean, we got Runyon's gone. David's gone. But we still have a very good O-line. And I just think we just need to get more depth. So I'm thinking now we could draft an O-lineman in the first round. At pick 25, we could definitely draft one. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyways, I would love what do you guys think our Packer team needs are? Let me know in the comments. So glad that you all were here today. And I'm pumped. I mean, I still am optimistic about our season. I still think that we have a chance to not only win the division, make the playoffs, all that kind of stuff, but I think we can make some real noise in the playoffs as well. And it wouldn't surprise me at this stage if we made it to the Super Bowl. I know I just said it. It wouldn't surprise. I'm not predicting we're going to do it, but it wouldn't surprise me now if we made it Super Bowl, because I think Jordan Love's the real deal. I think he's a franchise quarterback, and the future is bright in Green Bay. Listen to me. I'll tell last thing, okay? And I'm going to make another video on this. But our defense got better. Our defense got better today and in this offseason. We got rid of Joe Barry. We got a new defensive coordinator, and we got McKinney already. And we haven't got to the draft yet, everyone. The future is bright in Green Bay. Those wide receivers are stellar. Those wide receivers are stellar. I just hope that Josh Jacobs has a monster year for us next year. I hope that the consistency and everything, and I hope he just stays healthy. Anyways, post in the comments, hit the like and subscribe button. And, of course, always, go Pack, go! What now?
Oh,
Yes! Yes! Woo-hoo-hoo!
Green Bay, represent. There we go. What?